Today we're going to talk about being in that messy middle time when going for our goals, because I feel like I'm in this part right now, and I feel like this is a natural, normal part when we're stepping outside of our comfort zone and we're going for our goals. And I want to just have kind of an honest discussion today about this. This morning I got kind of some disappointing news. It was just a little snippet of something that happened, and I don't always want to come out here and say go for your goals because everything will be great, because I feel like this middle part where we have challenges happens no matter what. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm a busy working mom, and I like to come out here and talk about going for our goals and our dreams. And I like to lead by example. And the examples I give are when I'm starting my business as I am right now, and the things I'm going through when building the Busy Dreamer. I've made my fair share of mistakes and messes. I feel like if there's a puddle in the way, I'm going to step in it. I feel like I've made kind of every mistake out there, and at the end of this video I'm going to tell you why that's not necessarily a bad thing, and give a little bit of a pep talk, partly for me too, because I'm going to work today and I don't really want to feel this disappointment the whole day, so I've got to get myself out of it. I've been in kind of this messy middle challenge zone for about 6 years now, and I keep showing up. I keep going for it, and you might wonder, well, why do you keep going? We're going to talk about that in this video also. The things that I'm going for include building the Busy Dreamer business, which is me coming out here on YouTube. It's me coming out with some goal planners this spring, which I'm very excited about. And then I also write my women's fiction books and have those available, and then have, you know, the things that go with it, the email list and the website, and it just goes on and on. And all of that is going good. It's building slowly but surely. I feel like it's all kind of at a snail's pace, but it is going in the right direction, and that's all good, but none of it came easy. This morning I got on my email. I normally don't check my email in the morning, but I've been writing an ebook and I wanted to email it to my mom so she could proof it. So I saw this other email kind of denying my application for something, and I really wanted this thing. I really wanted it to work, but they said, we can't give you the criteria of what we're looking for, but your email list is too small, so we have to deny you. I want to come out and just say that sometimes these doors close. Sometimes we don't get a lot of sales in the beginning. Sometimes we get rejected, and it hurts. It's hard because here we are trying something new, trying to kind of level up, doing a lot of this on the side. I'm doing this on the side of working and raising my family. And I'm putting my time and my thoughts and my blood, sweat, and tears literally into this. And it's like, can't I get a break, or do I have to like literally crawl through the mud and through every challenge in order to make it somewhere? So I was really bummed about this. It was really small, not that big of a deal. But at the same time, I thought, gosh, I know they want these big influencers and everything, but sometimes can't somebody reach a hand out to us little guys? And while I wanted this thing, I'm not super surprised that they denied me, because throughout building this business, I've had so many struggles. Like I said, I've had a lot of mistakes. I've made all the website mistakes. I've made the link mistakes. Uploading my book was a huge challenge, and building my email list. Recently moving to Kit and getting that all set up, you know, I had to learn all of that. And right now my planners are behind schedule, which is all my fault. But all of this kind of builds up and makes you wonder, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself when, you know, I have a loving family and I have a great home and I have a career that I'm going for? Why am I putting myself through this? That makes me have a lot of stressors and challenges. And I think I'm doing this and I have zero sales. So it hasn't even paid off. And then I was like, I want to sit back and say, maybe monetarily it hasn't paid off, but what else has it brought in? So we could go through all of these mistakes and these errors and these problems, and we could stay in the ditch and tell ourselves that it's not working, it's too hard, everything's against us. There's this huge challenge, or we can crawl out of that ditch. We can give ourselves another chance and keep going ultimately. So I want to give the pep talk now. Okay, this is why I'm out here, to keep us going. And maybe you're in this same place, that you've tried for something and it hasn't been working. You've been hit with all these challenges, you know, all the doors are closing and you're like, I don't know if I want to keep going or not. The first thing I want to say is, at some point in time, you wanted this. You wanted to start this. You wanted to write the book or start the channel or come out with that product. And I know that might not be enough right now to keep you going, but I want you to go back to that first time when you had this idea and you were really excited about getting it started. Sometimes you just need a break from some of these challenges to get that momentum and that energy and that drive back. The second thing is, know that there are going to be challenges. I talked in a video, I think it was last week, about the bell curve of going for our goals and how we start at the beginning and we go up that hill, and that's our challenge zone. And maybe knowing that that's out there, that there are going to be things that we have to overcome, the hurdles that we have to jump over. Me coming out here telling you some of my challenges, hopefully this is making it so you're realizing that it's not all going to be smooth, that you're going to have to kind of dig in and get through some of those in order for you to learn and in order for you to get to that next level. Some of these challenges that I've made, I wonder if I'm going through them kind of as a test, first of all, but also to challenge my grit, to build a thicker skin in order to kind of prepare me for what's to come. The other thing I want to say is, yes, we have the challenges. Once we overcome them, I'm so proud of overcoming some of these challenges that I've had, especially when it comes to like building websites and email lists and all of that stuff that I really didn't know before I started doing this. But I'm looking back and I'm proud of myself. I think, look at what I've overcome. Look what I know now. Nobody can take that from you, that knowledge that you have gained from this. Number 4, the fourth thing is one thing that definitely keeps me going, and that is continuing to reach other people, to get your comments and to hear from you and to hear your encouraging words saying, I'm gonna try this and I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't watched this video, or I'm gonna keep going even though it's hard. That really, I'm so proud of that. So thank you for being here. You're helping me stay with it and keep going. All of this, what I'm saying, I'm trying to get you to see some of the good in this hard time right now. The example of my planners are kind of behind schedule. I expected to have my sample in my hand right now, and I don't even have the final design yet. So I haven't even ordered my sample. And this is all kind of my fault, kind of poor planning. But in this waiting time, I have built more of my brand. I've come out here on YouTube more. I've come up with the idea of an ebook that's going to be free to you. It's going to be out there any day now. So if you sign up for my email list, you get kind of this encouraging ebook. But during that downtime, I was able to rest during the holidays. I was able to build some more of my presence and have a little bit less of a hectic schedule when doing that. So that is the positive side. Sixth thing I want to say is huge. And maybe you're not seeing sales. Maybe you're not seeing a huge following yet, but hopefully one of the reasons why you're doing this is for the fulfilling aspect of it. That you're doing this kind of as a purpose-driven thing, no matter what it is. It's something that is bringing you joy and fulfillment. And in our lives, you guys, we need that. We don't always need to be working all the time and taking care of others. And that brings us to the next one. We need to be doing stuff for us. And that might sound selfish, okay, but it's not meant to sound selfish. It's meant to be that we're living this life. Nobody else is living your life. And I know me as a busy working mom, I need something that is all mine, that I'm in charge of, that I'm doing myself, that I'm building, and that I can mentally kind of have that on my own. And finally, I'm going to keep going because I love the dream of it. I love the what if that happens? What if I reach thousands of people and encourage them to go for their goals? What if people love my goal planner and they find that, hey, I can keep on track better and actually make it to the finish line with my goal, where before I just kind of fizzled out a little bit. And this is my finish line coming out here for you and actually publishing my books and launching my goal planner and having my website out there. These are getting me to my finish line, and I'm not a quitter. I'm not saying that if you decide that it's not for you to go for your goals, maybe you can kind of steer in a different direction, or maybe it led you to something else that you like. But I want to get to my finish line. I want to see what will happen if I continue on and get to that point where I feel like I've given it my all. And right now it's not it, because I need to launch my planner. I need to come out with the ebook. I need to publish my other books that are just sitting there waiting for me to edit them and release them to the world. So I keep going partly because of that what if, because that dream keeps it alive. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for your goals and your dreams. If you're in this challenge zone, I completely understand where you are. I hope that you can see some of your mistakes or challenges as learning opportunities, that you can get through those challenges and unstick yourself and see how far you've come. That will definitely keep you going as well. So until the next video, keep going, keep showing up for yourself, and keep enjoying the process. Bye.